I remember the first day that I saw you, my Navy lieutenant, and you were so handsome with those blue eyes looking at me. Todd and I met in 2005. Our first date was on a park bench in the south side of Pittsburgh.
And obviously I was acceptable to her standards because I'm still here.
He's a very strong individual, a very determined individual, and an overall great guy.
Racing was my passion. I ended up doing 35 marathons and 75 triathlons, including 7 Ironman along the way.
I think it takes a tough person to have that drive to go out and compete. And he lit that fire in me. And I started running, and it was something we shared together. And that all ended with Aruba. We went to Aruba just on vacation, and he started to have, I thought, indigestion pains.
So I'm watching Game 6 of the Stanley Cup. Everything was normal, but I stood up and immediately it felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. And I said, I think I'm having a heart attack.
I remember walking into the ICU and a doctor appeared and he said, your husband's having a heart attack. So never in my mind did I imagine what was going to happen after that day. The next morning, the doctor said, there's been a complication. Your husband has a brain bleed. So they had to compass me with him on the gurney. Like, this is something you would think out of a movie. The nurse was putting a tube down his throat. Another nurse was on his legs, and she was putting IVs in him. And they officially say he's in a coma at this point. We get to the hospital in Florida, and they give me the news that he is brain dead, and we need to prepare to say our goodbyes. I think to some degree I was probably in denial, but I just stood up and looked at that doctor and said, not today. I got Todd to a hospital in Pittsburgh, and they're saying he's vegetative, comatose, and it was August 3rd. The next day was our anniversary. The doctor comes in and she looks at me and she says, we really need to make a decision at this point. So the next morning, I asked them if they would mind capping his trach so that I could see if he could make any, sounds. And I whispered in his ear and I told him, hey, good morning, happy anniversary. And I waited a couple minutes, no sound. I turned around and as a tear went from my eye, I heard, happy anniversary. You could hear a pin drop in that room.
I distinctly remember it was June 17th, and the nurse says, good night, flicks the light switch. The next thing I truly recall, I opened my eyes and I'm like, man, the lights are bright. And then I heard him say, reference that we're in Pittsburgh. And I'm like, Pittsburgh? There's like snippets in time that I have just a brief glimpse of certain memories that occurred, but I could never put them all together.
Do you have any memory at all of this day?
Not of that day, of the general condition, I would tell you. The reality is, every night I thought, I'm going to die tonight. And that was my perspective. I mean, it's like, well, I see the next day. At that point, I was on the fence. It's like, well, which path am I going to choose? And I said, I'm going to just get back for my girls.
It's okay. That's okay. It's okay. When he was in the rehab hospital, they'd never had a patient so driven to recover. He wasn't the kind of guy that just sat and watched television waiting to get better. We built a complete home gym. Anything and everything you can think of, we did to help him recover. He's had great advancements. Now he's able to participate through adaptive equipment in sports. He's even completed a triathlon using adaptive equipment, so he was able to get back to racing. He's still swimming, he bikes on his Peloton, he golfs. He's very active, and I'm very proud of him. He's had a long journey.
She's been a key instrument in helping me get to the point that I have. If you want to come up with a strategy for success, she's the person you want to go to.
At the heart of that passion is a true deep felt love that was the driver for everything that I did to get to this moment today where we can sit here and celebrate August 4th, 2025.
I think I know when my body has said, okay, you're at the point of maximum recovery, but I don't feel I'm there yet, so I keep pushing.
We are obviously not the same couple that we used to be. I certainly think we are a lot more resilient. We have a lot more hope about a bright future. Bring it on. We've got it covered now.